Welcome back, fellow mystery hunters, at another episode of the Street Investigations. Well, that was the plan, and I had a video ready about the street Madwain Thunder Drive, but it got lost on my computer. And I did so much editing on the video, and I had no desire to start all over again. So this is more like a semi-mystery video, and because I did want to upload something, so I hope you enjoy the video anyways. I'm sorry, and the next time it will be a street investigation, I promise. So the reason we're standing here at Eugenics is more of a side way, because I remembered something when I looked at the red mural and the green one with all the DNA in it. I thought about Eugenics immediately, and it's also in GTA 5, by the way. We come there in a minute. But the strange thing about Eugenics is that it is it was a real life project in the Second World War, and it surprised me that it is in the game, because it's very controversial. Because in the Second World War, the Nazis, they had a project, and that project was to make a perfect Aryan, blonde, blue-eyed babies. And they took that here in the game as well, if you look at the website at GTA 5. But, and this is a little side note, and I don't know if you know the band ABBA from Sweden. The red-haired woman in the band, she's called Ana, and she has a Norwegian mother and a German dad. And her German daddy was actually sent to Norway in the eugenic project to make a perfect baby, and Ana is there the outcome of. And I know this is just it's got nothing to do with GTA, but it's more to show what eugenic is and how controversial it was in the Second World War. Now, well, the other reason I'm here back in GTA 4 is when the DLC wasn't out yet. Everybody was speculating what will the next DLC will be, and of course it was the Ballad of Gaytonia and the Lost and the Damned. But back in the day we didn't know, and suddenly a picture came up on the social news wire club, and it's this picture. It says quarantine contagious disease, and in the top right corner you see eugenics. And if you read the lines, and I wanted to say the lines for you, but my English is so horrible, like no one shall pass or leave this premises without the proper documentation. You should pause the video. but now you know the reason why I don't talk that much in my video. I rather use subtitles. It's much more convenient for me, and it is much more convenient for your ears too. So I just wanted to show you that eugenics was already there in GTA 4, and many people were talking about it because of that picture, that the zombie DLC outbreak would come. And that's what I usually do when I do the Los Santos street investigation, is that I go through the streets. When I see a building, I try to find as many things as possible about the companies, about people, and hopefully they are mystery related. And I thought about the red mural because of all the molecules, and it brought me back to the zombie DLC picture outbreak, and I just wanted to show you. And it doesn't have to be mystery related, but I thought it was fun to show the controversial side of it. And if you Google eugenics in real life, for me it was a surprise it was even in the game. What also was a surprise is that with the last DLC, the Heist DLC came out, there was a wallpaper from Lester, and if you look at the top right corner of that wallpaper, you see the all-seeing eye again, and it's keep coming back. And they started it in GTA 4. When you finished the game at 100%, you received an email from lies.net. From you got an email from Juliet 888. It was a direct hint to Mount Juliet, and you see on the website the all-seeing eye is watching you, and that seeing eye is always coming back. At the last DLC, Heist murals, they're all over the murals. Everywhere you can see the eye. When you look at the altruist camp you see in the top left corner. See the eye, give thanks, embrace the light. And I'm sure that Rockstar is giving us hints that there is something with the eye. And if you look at these, what do you call it, titty buildings, if you see that as a storage from the Los Santos Power and Water Department. But if you look at real life, it's actually something else. And when you look at the red mural with all the nuclear things on it, if you watch the real life photo of it, the real life titty building is actually a nuclear power plant. And there was another big hint of it, that there is something with this building, and that is in the artwork. Before GTA 5 came out, Rockstar published artwork, and they are actually called the Eye wallpaper, and you can find them at rockstar.com. And you can see here in the middle there's a big eye between the titty building, and this was before GTA 5 came out. And when you look, you can see that it is looking here, and you can see there's some kind of an explosion here. And if you look at the second picture of this wallpaper, you can see he's bringing the Rockstar logo out to sea, and he's holding the Thunderbolt in his hand. And that looks like the wallpaper from Lester's wallpaper, the Hammer of Thor, also with lightning, and he's bringing this out to sea. And if you look at the third eye wallpaper, you can see he's bringing the Rockstar logo and he's placing it on a pedestal, and you can see the thunder in his hand and a beam of light coming out of the Rockstar logo. And there was a post on 4chan, and this post was a long time ago, but now with the red mural with all the nuclear things on it, and him being pretty accurate about all those wallpapers, and the fact that the titty building is actually in real life an actual nuclear power plant. And I know many people who watch my videos from the beginning, it's almost like I'm obsessed with eclipse because of all the eclipse boulevard signs. On the yellow mural you see the lunar eclipse cycle. You got so many references to eclipses, but what if we miss the eye? Like, you can actually activate the eye, and people did it on the altruist camp, and I will show a link in the video, because I can do it, because I can't mod, or because I only play on the Xbox. But for me it's worth investigating it again. Also, if you can see, like, there's been some kind of explosion, and the fact that this is this titty building is on Signal Street, like we can signal something that looks a lot like the yellow mural with the golden Voyager disc on it. The fact that this titty building, this is Signal Street, but Signal Street is a part of Elysian Island, and Elysian Island's got something to do with Zeus, with the thunder. The fact that Elysian Island was also in the game, a Rockstar game from Manhunt, or was it Warriors? I don't know, but it was also in LA Noire, so they used it 3 times, Elysian Island. And if you look at the Greek mythology of it, and now the eye wallpaper, and you also got the 2 wallpapers, Ana and Kata. Those 2 wallpapers were made around the same time where the eye wallpapers came out. And if you look at these wallpapers, doesn't this remind you of one thing and one thing alone? And those are the yellow mural. It's all about making contact, and the golden disc was made by Carl Sagan. I showed that connection in another video, in my previous video. But on the other wallpaper you can see the moon, lunar moon cycle there as well, and now you see that back on the yellow mural as well. It looks like Rockstar is giving us a hint that there is still something left to be found in single player. And the reason I believe that is that when you look at Mount Chiliad, all the new murals, if Rockstar really want to get rid of the mural of the mystery, they could have just given us the jetpack, not showing anything, and be done with it. But instead of that, they made 3 more. They made the yellow one about making contact, they made the red one about nuclear things, and that reminds me about this Water and Power Department too, where there are giant big cockroaches there, and there was a like there was an explosion or something went terribly wrong. Yeah, I still got that eugenics thing in my head that they were testing things, and now that the explosion was there, you see giant cockroaches. But just speculating here. That's the fun thing about the mystery, that you can speculate and combine things together and find new things. But I see this video is already taken way longer than I expected it, and I would normally ask for your help with the highway numbers code and show an example how to solve that code, but I don't want to make this video in like a 15-minute 20-minute video. I will leave that for the next time. And again, just as I said in the beginning, I had a street by street investigation and I lost it on my computer, and this is like improvised thing, and again, my English is horrible and the editing is horrible, but thanks for sticking around, because I think that the wallpapers, the new murals, the titty building as I call it, I think it's all connected with each other, and it's worth that some fresh new eyes who haven't seen the wallpapers yet take another good look at it, and maybe you find something I haven't found, and we can find the keystone where we desperately need to solve this mystery, because I really think there's still something here in single player. Again, thank you for sticking around in this video for so long, because I know it's an achievement on its own to hear me talk English. I just want to thank you, and thanks for watching.